My, hold on. 1 second. 1 second. Hold on.
Oh, man.
Nope, I'm good. Okay, here we go. Let's do it.
Count them in properly, please.
3, 2, 1.
Thank you. Okay, so
Looks like
for the purposes of people who have never seen this map before, this map is Dead Sea. It's a popular map in the old school era of Populous, but has been picked by Craig, who is one of our players that we'll be introducing very shortly, for his game number 3. Now, Keith, very quickly take us around the map before we introduce the players. Which Stonehead has what spell in it?
So if we take a look over here, we've got the Bloodlust Stonehead. That is going to be our #1 priority, I think, for both of the players here. Unfortunately, it looks like Loothill is really close to that, and Craig will just have to watch that relentlessly to make sure that he does not lose, because honestly, it's an instant win if someone gets that Bloodlust early on. Over here, we have the AOD head. That is the Angel of Death. That is a huge one as well. Not as game-breaking and game-winning as the Bloodlust Stonehead, but it will still massively help your cause. Other than that, we've got a couple of Stoneheads that are littered around here. We've got one, I think, in the middle of the crater here that has Volcano, but unfortunately, most people do not go for that. And on Dead Sea, why would you? It doesn't really do much. So these players are going to be fighting for those first 2 heads that we mentioned, and it looks like it's going to be anybody's game. But I would say that Craig has the distinct advantage of knowing this map, but this pathfinding is definitely very interesting. What the fuck is that?
That seems like like inefficient troop movement, if you ask me. I don't know what you think about that.
Loothill is already spawning warriors. That actually really could fuck Craig over in terms of the fact that Loothill already has warriors, and Craig is just finishing up that. Don't know where Craig is, but it looks like if... Oh, yep, he's coming right towards the warriors. Oh, I think he's going for the Bloodlust head.
So, just to introduce our players quickly before the action does begin. Playing as the Chumara tribe, but in the blue spawn point, it is Asgard Sub-Zero, taking quite a brutal loss on the second game there. Well fought, but didn't quite work out. Playing as the red tribe in the red position, we have Gods of Destruction's Loothill.
Oh, he pushed him down. Pushed him down into the base.
Very clever.
Craig going all around the map, getting as many wildmen as he can to try and have the advantage here. Loothill's Shaman. Lovenji, do you see where Loothill's Shaman is at?
I do not.
Oh, it's right here. He's going for that warrior hut. And Craig's Braves are... Craig's Braves are on the move. He does not want to let them die.
Yes. So, people haven't seen Dead Sea on my channel in particular. How does this map play, Keith?
Basically exactly what you're seeing right now. We've got people training early troops. We've got both players rushing to try and get an advantage. Eventually, the advantage goes to the player who manages to get the early warriors faster. Craig is on his way over to try and stop Loothill's warriors. If Craig charges land bridge first and land bridges from that hill to here, we may have ourselves a win for Craig. A lot of people have chosen to start off with that, a land bridge as the first spell, to block the enemy into their COR. It's a really cheeky move, but it really is effective. Craig has warriors. Loothill, he's got a couple too. He's got one attacking over here in Craig's warrior hut, but one warrior hut over here is still alive. Both players are definitely going for the aggressive moves here. I think Craig is going for Loothill's warrior hut over here. It looks like if he can get down there and blast all those Braves and those warriors and take these wildmen, he may actually end up beating Loothill here. Yep, Loothill is trying to send as many warriors as possible to get there, but it doesn't look like that's going to be effective if Craig can just keep blasting them down. And Craig can just continuously clear off Loothill's upper base. Oh, and Craig falls down into the crater. So that's the action going on over here.
That's probably better for him because he might even clear up all these Braves with a blast, and he does get a good chunk of them.
Yeah, he's running away. He's running away. Now, what is Loothill doing in the mean? Oh, Loothill's come back. He realizes the threat is imminent.
Craig made a play for what I believe was the AOD head, but a warrior has just cleaned that up now. But he is still on the Bloodlust head.
He has the Bloodlust. He's gonna get it. He's gonna get it. Unless Loothill is peeking in on the stream. But as of right now, it doesn't look like Loothill is aware of that. Be mighty suspicious if he notices it now.
There is a warrior moving, so that warrior could have been tasked.
It doesn't look like it's going to that head. And that is probably the game. That is probably the game. An early Bloodlust like that is fucking massive for whoever gets it. And I don't know if Loothill knew that, to be honest. You know, that might be why Craig picked the map. But yeah, the Bloodlust is going to be doing massive work for Loothill. Craig, though, his base is small. He does not have much built. He's got towers everywhere, but he doesn't have many huts.
Loothill's gone for a large number of warriors, and he's built multiple warrior training huts, so I feel like he does understand how this map is played.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if that allowing that Bloodlust to go out was a mistake, or just overlooking based on everything else he had to do.
Well, Craig's got these warriors right here. He's about to do it, and he's going to send them in, and the thing is, without Hypnotize and without Swamp, these Bloodlusted warriors are unstoppable, unless you can blast them into the water, which on Dead Sea, not really easy to do. So he's got 4 warriors Bloodlusted.
5. One's gone another direction.
Aha. Loothill is going after that Bloodlusted warrior, but it's not really going to do anything. It's going to kill Loothill's Shaman. Craig doesn't even need to contest the Shaman. That Bloodlusted warrior will kill him. Eventually.
So Bloodlust is a spell that you might not see in a lot of Populous, so it dramatically increases followers' health and movement speed, which, if you don't know how damage works in Populous, the more health a unit has, the more damage that it deals.
That Bloodlusted warrior is going after Craig's Shaman, but Craig was not watching and died to warriors himself, but they were not Bloodlusted. Yeah, Craig has given up on attacking that Shaman. I think he's going after the actual warriors instead now, because that makes sense to be the better play.
It's a good use of a Bloodlusted warrior to clear up other warriors, as opposed to
yeah, he keeps attacking the Shaman. But he's got 4 other ones doing massive work over here. He's already cleared out a lot of Loothill's population. He's controlling these Bloodlusted warriors a little bit even more. Got the warriors chilling outside that hut.
Stuck.
Yep. Glitched. Yep, right there. He sees it though. He's recollecting.
Managed to get him out of his permanently jogging status.
Looks like Wildmen are spawning again, which means that someone is in trouble. Who is it? Loothill? Is it Craig? Looks like a little bit of both, to be honest, at this point.
I don't think either player is sporting particularly high population right now. I think Craig gave up a lot to secure that Bloodlust, and he really doesn't have much of a base.
Yeah, his base is gone, but so Loothill's warrior hut is still over here. So at this point, Craig needs to get those warriors down here to this warrior hut and kill it before Loothill trains more warriors. Because right now, Craig is at an advantage with the warriors in Loothill's base, but Loothill also has warriors, and he did not use the Bloodlust to kill Loothill's warriors. So it looks like Loothill actually has more of an advantage at this point. Looks like Loothill actually may have this. Doesn't look like Craig has a base anywhere. I'm looking around, but I only...
Yep. Population update is 11 to Sub-Zero, 34 to Loothill.
Yeah, this is not good. I don't know if Craig planned on not making a base, but he spread towers out everywhere. But I definitely think he should have.
Didn't build from them. There's a lot of plans on the ground. If you go into Worldview, he's got a lot of plans around, including ones by destroyed towers that he could still go back to build. But without the warriors to defend them, I don't see how he's going to be able to make a comeback into this game.
Yeah, no, this is probably over at this point because he did not kill off the warrior huts. He does have a warrior here doing some work. I think he does realize that this is his last stand. He's probably interested in trying to keep those warriors dead over here. He's going to try and kill them.
That warrior was successful against the Braves, but he's not doing any damage against the warrior training hut. So Loothill still has the opportunity to train warriors going forwards.
Correct. But Loothill's base is now pretty much damaged and destroyed, but Loothill does have another warrior hut here. This is a one that's fully conformed, and he does have a warrior population again outside of it. He's probably in the clear at this point. The damage to Loothill's base is strong, but with Craig having no base, it doesn't look good for Craig.
There's a lot of wild men to convert in Loothill's base that Craig could double back and pick up on him. Based on his
Correct.
population update, if he gets all these wild men, he doubles his pot.
There is a lot of wildmen there. There's also a lot of wildmen in the original yellow base right here as well. I mean, this is a converting match at this point. It's going to come down to, can Craig convert and successfully rebuild his base?
And I suppose that's the danger that he's in, because the longer that warrior training hut is left standing, the more warriors enter the map, the harder it's going to be to build a base, even with converts.
Loothill does notice this. I think Loothill realizes that he needs to keep Craig's shaman away, and at this point it does look like Craig is being pursued by Loothill. Loothill is definitely not going to let Craig go, just try to kill this. The problem with Craig having 11 men, probably doesn't have a tornado to kill that.
No, and he's
running
been
away.
casting convert a lot as well. All of his mana has been going into convert, so he really...
You can't blame him. He doesn't have anything else to do. Unfortunately, I think if you look here, you see a tower here, you see a tower here, you see the tower over here, and then the tower over here. Now, as you mentioned, Lovenji, his strategy was indeed to build them and just expand everywhere all at once, but because he did not have early warriors, and honestly, I would say that this pathfinding right here fucked him up pretty hard. I dare say that beta glitch may have actually affected the outcome of the game. Instead of just walking up this hill and walking around to make a warrior hut up here, which he is now doing right here, he had 10 Braves running up that hill. Oh, there it is. Yep. No, but it is what it is. Unfortunately, these are the bugs that happen. But Loothill does secure game 3, and that is the end. So Craig will go to the losers bracket, where he hopefully will make a comeback, and Loothill will continue on in the winners bracket.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was quite an interesting game, quite a quick game, only 12 minutes and 30 seconds before the GG comes out, and Sub-Zero did in fact surrender. But he put on a hell of a game for a player
Correct.
who hasn't played competitive Populous in however many years he likes to say. He put on a hell of a game,